Warning, this story might be a precursor to a Friday night massacre, or a Valentine's Day massacre, or both. The Treasury Department is clapping back at Elon Musk, and he ought to be sweating. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. As you probably know, Elon Musk, since Donald Trump's return to office, has become a sort of shadow president. He's trying to fire or pressure federal workers to resign, he's shut down major agencies like USAID, and he's generally being a nuisance to the American people. The odd thing is that Musk isn't a real government official. He's the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, which is nicknamed DOGE, and that's not even a real agency. It's not a real cabinet job. It's not even clear what DOGE is supposed to be doing beyond the broadest strokes of cutting out government waste. Musk also wasn't confirmed by the Senate or vetted by the FBI. Both are common in the case of cabinet officials. Hell, Musk even gave a press conference in the Oval Office itself, standing behind the Resolute desk. Trump just sat there. Did you see this?
The people voted for major government reform. There should be no doubt about that. That was on the campaign. The president spoke about that at every rally. The people voted for major government reform, and that's what the people are going to get. They're going to get what they voted for. And a lot of times, people that don't get what they voted for, but in this presidency, they are going to get what they voted for. And that's what democracy is all about.
I can just ask a follow-up to the Pentagon contracts. If you have received billions of dollars in contracts from the Pentagon, and the president's directing you to look into the Department of Defense, is that
which we
a
definitely need
conflict
to
of
do and
interest?
are going to do at the president's request.
Does that present a conflict of interest for you?
No, because you'd have to look at the individual contract and say, first of all, I'm not the one, filing the contract. It's people at SpaceX or someone who will be putting for the contract.
Oh, and in case you missed it, Musk's son X, yes, he named his son X for some reason, actually whispered to Trump that he wanted him to shut his mouth, and Trump just sat there like a slug and took it. We live in strange times, people. In any case, one of Musk's infractions has government officials and the general public especially on edge. Last week, Musk appointed a group of former employees, all high school or college age, to comb the records of the Department of the Treasury. One of those battle droids was a self-described racist, and another went by the moniker Big Balls. We don't know if they had a kegger following their combing of Americans' private information, but we would not be surprised. Musk was not transparent about whether his minions were doing anything bad in the Treasury, nor did any of them undergo any kind of background check either. A judge eventually issued a restraining order blocking Musk and his orcs from going through Treasury records, and a number of Democratic senators began to speak out over the invasion. Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts and Ron Wyden of Oregon led the charge, pointing out that without any oversight, who's to say Musk wasn't looking for blackmail information or to compromise private data of millions of Americans? And even if Musk wasn't, what would prevent any of his employees from doing the same thing? Now it looks like Elon Musk is in real trouble. Earlier today, the Treasury Department's Office of the Inspector General launched an audit of the security controls for the federal government's payment system to reveal Musk and his cronies' actions in the Treasury. The same audit will also examine the past 2 years of the system's transactions to see if any of Musk's claims of fraudulent payment could possibly be true. Lauren J. Scrubia, the Treasury's Deputy Inspector General, issued a letter regarding the audit. According to the Associated Press, it reads in part, quote, "We expect to begin our fieldwork immediately. Given the breadth of this effort, the audit will likely not be completed until August. However, we recognize the danger that improper access or inadequate controls can pose to the integrity of sensitive payment systems. As such, if critical issues come to light before that time, we will issue interim updates and reports," unquote. The irony to all of this is that Musk's meddling may do more than bite him in the big balls. A full audit of the past 2 years of government payments will, undoubtedly, also examine payments to Musk's companies, Tesla and SpaceX. Imagine the reaction if it found out he was overpaid. In other words, it looks like Musk will finally face some oversight to his actions. Thus far, the Republican Congress has done little to rein in Musk or oppose Trump's illegal executive orders. This audit represents a real chance at government transparency and a real chance to stop the Trump agenda before it bulldozes any more of our democracy. On the other hand, this could lead to mass firing of Treasury Department officials, in which case, we will be looking at another Friday night massacre. We'll keep you updated on this story as it develops. This is Occupy Democrats.